Hello students, we were discussing the fundamental unit of life, cell. So today we'll do structural organization of a cell. You know each cell contains minimum 3 parts: outermost cell membrane or plasma membrane, inside there is cytoplasm and nucleus. So today we'll discuss inside the cytoplasm are various cell organelles. So we'll discuss all these parts today. First is cell membrane. It is the outermost covering of the cell. Second point, it separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. Third, it is made up of lipids and protein molecules. Fourth, plasma membrane is a selectively permeable membrane. It means that it allows the entry and exit of only some selected molecules. Means it does not allow all the molecules to go inside the cell. So it is called semi-permeable or selectively permeable membrane. Now, process by which substance moves inside the cell. There are two processes by which the substances can move inside the cell. First is diffusion and second is osmosis. Diffusion, you know the meaning of diffusion: movement of molecules from high concentration area to low concentration area. Now gases like carbon dioxide, oxygen, etc., which are required for breathing, so these gases, they diffuse through diffusion process inside the cell. Osmosis means movement of water molecules from high concentration area to low concentration area through a semi-permeable membrane. So various liquids and water, they move inside the cells through this process. Second topic is cell wall. You know that the cell wall is present only in a plant cell. When last turn we have done the differences between plant cell and animal cell. So there you have learnt this. So first point is, it is a tough and rigid covering of a plant cell. Second, it gives a definite shape to the cell. Third, it protects the plant cell from attack of pathogens. Fourth, it provides mechanical strength to plants. Fifth, it is made up of cellulose. Jute, cotton, coconut fibers are the cell walls of dead cells. Next topic is cytoplasm. The space between the plasma membrane and nucleus is filled with a homogeneous liquid called cytoplasm. Second point, cytoplasm contains various cell organelles. Third, biosynthesis of proteins, fats, etc. takes place in the cytoplasm. Fourth, breaking down of glucose also takes place inside the cytoplasm. Now our next topic is nucleus. Nucleus, it is a very important part of the cell because it controls all the activities. It is called the brain of the cell or master of the cell. So first we learn the structure of the nucleus. The structure of the nucleus can be divided into 3 parts. Outside there is a double membrane which is called nuclear membrane. This nuclear membrane has pores at certain places called nuclear pores. Then second part is nucleoplasm. Inside the nuclear membrane, the substance which is filled is called nucleoplasm. It is a transparent semi-fluid filled inside the nuclear membrane. Second point, it contains DNA, RNA and chromatin network. You can see fine thread-like structures inside this, which is called chromatin network. Third, chromatin carries genes which are carriers of heredity. Means they transfer the characteristics of the parents into their offsprings. Third part of the nucleus is nucleolus. A dense round structure present inside the nucleus is called nucleolus. It is rich in proteins and RNA. So these are the 3 parts of a nucleus. Now, what are the functions of nucleus? Very important. First, nucleus controls all the activities of the cell. Therefore, it is called the brain or the director of the cell. Second, chromatin of nucleus possesses all genetic information which is passed from parents to the next generations through genes. Third point is nucleus plays important role in cell division. Fourth, it also helps in development of the cell. Our next topic is mitochondria. This is also very important organelle, cell organelle. The structure is given here: outer membrane, inner membrane, then F1 particles and cristae. So let us see. And inside the matrix is filled. So first, the points for its structure are: first, it is a rod shape or spherical shape organelle. Second, it has two membranes on the outer surface. First, outer membrane is smooth. Second, inner membrane is folded into finger-like projections called cristae. These cristae create large surface area for respiration. Third point, matrix is filled inside the two membranes. Fourth, over the cristae, small particles are arranged which are called F1 particles or elementary particles. They contain enzyme for various reactions. Fifth, mitochondria has its own DNA. This is a very important point. Now, function of mitochondria. Function: first, they release energy in the form of ATP by oxidation of food. Therefore, they are called powerhouse of the cell. Means the digested food which is absorbed in the intestine through blood, it reaches each and every cell of our body, and inside the mitochondria the oxidation of food takes place where large amount of energy is released in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Second point, mitochondria can manufacture their own proteins. Third point, synthesis of many amino acids occurs in mitochondria. So children, this is all for today. Make your notes and revise it. Thank you.